Fellas, men over 50 especially, listen up. If your morning wood is disappearing, that's not just about sex. It's often the first warning sign that your circulation, hormones, and confidence are quietly slipping, and ignoring it can snowball into bigger health problems fast. But here's the deal. This is fixable, and sometimes the solution is shockingly simple. There's one bedtime powder most men overlook, and it could change how you wake up starting soon. Now take a breath, because this is the part most guys never hear. What you're dealing with is not permanent, and it's not just aging. In many cases, your body is simply missing the right signal at the right time. When you give it that signal, especially before bed, things can start turning around fast. I've seen men notice changes in sleep, circulation, and yes, morning erections in as little as 7 to 14 days, sometimes even sooner. This isn't complicated, and you're not broken. If we haven't met yet, I'm Dr. Rachel Rubin. I've spent my career working in men's sexual health, performance, and vitality, helping guys understand what's really going on in their bodies and how to fix it without shame or confusion. I talk to men every single day who feel frustrated, worried, or just not like themselves anymore. My job is to cut through the noise, explain the science in plain English, and give you tools that actually work, so you can feel confident, strong, and in control again. Here's how this sneaks up on you. When you're younger, blood flow is like a wide-open highway. Signals from your brain travel fast, blood vessels relax easily, and erections, especially morning ones, happen automatically. But over time, stress, poor sleep, alcohol, ultra-processed food, and sitting all day start narrowing that highway. Think of it like a garden hose. At first, the water pressure drops just a little. You don't panic. Then one day you notice the flow is inconsistent. Some mornings it's there, some mornings it's not. That's not random, that's early vascular resistance. Now add inflammation to the mix. Inflammation makes blood vessels stiff instead of flexible. And erections? They require flexibility. Morning erections happen because blood flow increases during deep sleep. So if your vessels can't relax, the signal never fully lands. And here's the part most men don't realize. Nighttime is when this damage shows up first. You might still perform sometimes during the day with stimulation, but spontaneous morning erections are the canary in the coal mine. They disappear before bigger problems show up. It's not that your body stopped working. While you're sleeping, especially during deep REM sleep, your body is supposed to do some of its best repair work. Testosterone pulses higher at night. Growth hormone releases. Blood vessels are meant to relax. This is when morning erections are programmed to happen, not because of dreams, but because your nervous system and your blood vessels are doing a systems check. Here's the key player most men have never heard explained properly: nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gas your body makes that tells blood vessels to relax and open up. No nitric oxide, no blood flow. No blood flow, no erection. Simple as that. When you're younger, your body makes nitric oxide easily. But after 40, and especially after 50, production drops. Stress hormones go up, inflammation goes up, blood sugar swings become more common. And all of that interferes with nitric oxide signaling. Now layer in sleep, poor sleep, late night eating, alcohol at night, blue light, chronic stress. These all spike cortisol. Cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship. When cortisol stays high at night, testosterone doesn't rise the way it should. That blunts your nighttime repair and weakens the signal for morning erections. Another piece most guys miss is magnesium and mineral depletion. Magnesium is critical for nerve signaling, muscle relaxation, and blood vessel dilation. As we age, we burn through magnesium faster, especially if we work out, drink alcohol, or live stressed out lives. Low magnesium equals tighter blood vessels and poorer sleep quality. So what you end up with is this: your brain sends the signal. Your nerves try to carry it, but the blood vessels don't fully respond. That's why erections become less reliable. That's why mornings change first. And that's why pills alone don't always solve the root problem. This isn't about masculinity. It's about timing, circulation, and recovery. When you support the body at night, when hormones reset and vessels are supposed to relax, you're working with your biology instead of fighting it. And that's where things start to turn around fast. The primary fix I want men over 50 to understand is this: you need to support nighttime circulation and nervous system relaxation, not just chase performance during the day. And one of the simplest, most overlooked ways to do that is a high-quality magnesium powder taken before bed. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "Doc, I've tried magnesium," hear me out, because how, when, and which type matter more than most guys realize. Here's why this works. Magnesium helps relax smooth muscle tissue, including the muscle that lines your blood vessels. When blood vessels relax, blood flow improves. That directly supports nighttime erections. Magnesium also calms the nervous system, lowers nighttime cortisol, and improves deep sleep. Better sleep equals better testosterone signaling. Better signaling equals stronger morning erections. This isn't magic, it's physiology. But timing is everything. Taking magnesium in the morning does almost nothing for this issue. You want it 30 to 60 minutes before bed, when your body is transitioning into repair mode. That's when magnesium helps flip the switch from fight or flight into rest and recover. Now let's talk about form, because this is where most men mess it up. You want a powder, not a cheap pill. Pills often don't absorb well, especially as stomach acid changes with age. Powders absorb faster and more completely, and they allow you to get an effective dose without wrecking your gut. The best forms to look for: magnesium glycinate for nervous system calm and sleep, magnesium taurate for heart and vascular support, magnesium threonate if brain stress and poor sleep are major issues. Avoid magnesium oxide. It's poorly absorbed and mostly just makes you poop. Dose-wise, most men do well with 300-400 milliliters of elemental magnesium mixed in warm water. Sip it, don't chug it. Think of it as telling your body, hey, it's safe to relax now. What results should you expect? In the first few nights, most men notice deeper sleep and fewer nighttime wake-ups. Within 7 to 14 days, circulation improves, nervous system tone improves, and many men start noticing stronger, more consistent morning erections. Not because you forced anything, but because your body is finally getting the support it needs at the right time. What to avoid while doing this? Late-night alcohol, heavy meals right before bed, doom scrolling until midnight. Those all cancel out the benefits. This isn't about doing more. It's about doing one smart thing consistently, at the right time, so your body can do what it already knows how to do. First, stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. Late-night food spikes insulin, and insulin blocks nighttime testosterone release. You don't need to fast all day. Just give your body a clean window at night so hormones and circulation can do their job. Second, add a short evening walk. 10 to 15 minutes after dinner is enough. It improves blood sugar control, boosts nitric oxide production, and helps your nervous system downshift. Think of it as telling your body, the day is done. Third, prioritize hydration with minerals, not just water. Dehydration thickens blood and worsens circulation. A pinch of sea salt or a clean electrolyte earlier in the day, not right before bed, can make a real difference in nighttime blood flow. And fourth, if stress is your constant companion, consider box breathing or slow nasal breathing for 5 minutes before sleep. This lowers cortisol, improves vagal tone, and makes everything else you're doing work better. None of these are extreme. None of them require willpower. When morning erections fade, that's not just about intimacy. It's often your body waving a small, quiet red flag. It's telling you that circulation isn't as smooth as it used to be, that recovery is lagging, that stress and inflammation may be running the show behind the scenes. And the danger isn't that things are bad right now. The danger is letting these signals go ignored for years. I see men who wait until frustration turns into anxiety, until confidence drops, until they start pulling away from their partners, not because they don't care, but because they're worried their body won't cooperate. That mental load matters. It affects mood, motivation, even how you show up at work and at home. The good news is this: your body is incredibly responsive when you give it the right inputs. Small, nightly habits, done consistently, can restore circulation, support hormones, and rebuild trust between you and your body. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to stop ignoring the early signals. Morning erections aren't about ego, they're about feedback. You wake up with a stronger, more consistent morning erection, and instead of worry, you feel reassured. Your sleep feels deeper. You've got more energy when your feet hit the floor. Your mood is steadier, your focus is sharper, and that low-grade stress you've been carrying around, It's quieter. You feel more confident in your body again, not cocky, grounded. You trust that things are going to work when you want them to work. That confidence carries into your relationships, your workouts, your conversations, even the way you walk into a room. You're not fighting your body anymore. You're working with it. This is what happens when circulation improves, hormones get the right nighttime signals, and your nervous system finally gets to recover. Men tell me they don't just feel better in bed. They feel more like themselves again. Stronger mornings, clearer mind, better connection. That's the real win. If this hit close to home, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment and let me know what you've noticed or what questions you've been afraid to ask. You're not alone in this, and these conversations matter. If you found this helpful, take a look at some of the other videos here. We're talking about energy, confidence, hormones, and real-world solutions for men over 40. And stick around. I've got more simple, science-backed strategies coming that can make a real difference in how you feel every single day.